All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Nature Training Week session. I'm Kunal, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's session. We are honored to have our expert trainer, Mr. Fitri, who will be sharing a valuable insight of overview of Power BI data visualization. During the session, please free to ask the question in the chat box below. Mr. Fitri will address all the questions in the end of the session. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid the disruptions. Okay, without any longer, I hand out the floor to Mr. Fitri. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kunalan. So, good afternoon. Selamat tengah hari semua. So, I hope you guys doing well. So, today's session, 1 hour for our hour session with Excel Academy. We're going to learn about the overview of Power BI data visualization. All right. So let me share my screen first. Make sure you're all ready to take note what I'm going to share. And if you have any question, you can just type in the chat box and I will answer your question. All right. So first of all, thanks for joining. My name is Fikri Radi. You can call me Fikri. So basically, I'm experienced in data analysis more than 5 years. So one of the tools that I using is Power BI. It's such a powerful tools. So I'm going to teach you about the overview of Power BI, how to build a data visualization. All right. So let's start. First of all, you need to understand the concept. I will go through the concept first, and then we're going to have a demonstration in the Power BI tools. So the first thing is you need to understand what is a dashboard. So I believe that most of you know that dashboard is if you're driving a car, right? Then you can see your car dashboard, where's the kilometer per hour, the RPM, the fuel, and also the temperature of your car, and etc. So the one is also called a dashboard. But the one that we're going to view in the Power BI is more on business information dashboard. So there's where a lot of information came like total sales, quantity sold, and etc. about the graph, and then a few pages of the reporting. So dashboard basically is a combination of all information in one page. So this is a sample that you can understand what's a dashboard. So I believe that most of you familiar with the term with this kind of dashboard. If you know that infographic, right? So infographic is a fixed dashboard. So you just can read and view. But the one that we were going to build in Power BI, we can interact with the dashboard. If you want to filter anything, you can just filter and you can get all the information right away in the tool itself. All right. So once you understand the dashboard, the second thing is you need to understand what is BI. So what is Power BI? So Power BI get the name is from the BI, business intelligence. So the business intelligence basically is a process. It's a process to transform the collection of raw data. Raw data is where you get the raw data from your system, from your Excel file, from your customer, your clients, and then convert that data into meaningful or usable information. There's where we can give more effective to provide a strategy, a tactical operation insight, and also make a decision making. So as an analyst, I always give a recommendation to top management so that they can make a decision making based on the dashboard that I built. So not just analysts, but I think for right now, at this moment, all of you can build your dashboard by yourself. All right. So the term that Now you can make it simple is getting the right information to the right decision maker at the right time. So basically, that's where the term Power BI came from, which is BI, business intelligence. All right. So basically, this is just a visualize to understand the BI. So basically, the raw data you can get from the system that you are using. If you are from HR department, then you have your HR system, or sales and marketing. You have your sales system to get from the invoice system or finance system, right? Um, and then from this raw data, we convert in the tools called BI tools, which is we are going to use Power BI. So this one we can do data cleansing, and then adding some formula, and then we can build and develop the dashboard, and then convert that one into some business insight so that the manager level and higher can make decision making, can make a decision based on the reporting that we going to build. All right. So why we use Power BI? So basically, if you are working with a company, right? So I understand that most of the company use Microsoft product, so like Excel, Word, etc. Right? So Power BI is one of the Microsoft product. If any of that you don't know, so it's a good to have in the one ecosystem product. So we can link that one from if you keep your data in the Excel or SQL or Azure database, you can link that one to the Power BI simply. All right. So this is the BI understanding. So you understand the dashboard, the BI, and then next is you need to understand what BI is designed to answer. So basically, you have a lot of question, and then that question is can be from the past, and then from the present right now, and also for the future. So these three questions that you can answer. Before that, we need going to build a dashboard in the Power BI. So the question is, what happened? So this is for the past. What happened? What happened to the data? So we have the raw data. Let's say we have 1 year data for sales data, but we don't know the trend. So we're going to build a dashboard to understand the data. So there's a question came from is what happened. So BI can answer that kind of question, what happened to the data. All right. So the second one is what is happening right now. So we can monitor the live data, live dashboard, so that you guys can monitor your teammate, your sales, your finance or accounting and data set based on the one that we're going to build. All right. Why did it happen? So this also for the present. Once you understand why it's happening, this one is going to have a deep basic analysis so that you going to deep dive. You ask the question to other department, why did it happen? Is it because of the sales performance? Is it because of the operation wise or a warehouse operation? So it's very uh, I mean, it's a lot of questions that we're going to ask for when we build a dashboard. All right. So the fourth one is what will happen. This is for the future. So once we have backend past data, previous data, so we can do some forecasts based on how long that we're going to build. Let's say for 6 months ahead, 1 year ahead, up to 5 year ahead. So it depends also on the data itself. So the longer data that you have, you keep in your storage, so you can extend that one for your forecast. So you're going to understand what is going to happen on your future data. All right. So once we know what is happen, what do I want to happen? How you want be that data to happen? All right. So this is the question that BI is designed to answer all the question. All right. Next one. Once we know what is the dashboard, the BI, and what is the BI can answer, and then there's a principle to build data visualization. All right. So this is the question that I always asking before I build a dashboard. So the first one, know your audience. Know your audience. So basically, before I build a dashboard, I'm going to ask who the one that asked me to build a dashboard, and I want to know this dashboard is for who? Is it for the manager level to monitor their staff, or is it for the head of department, or head of division, or even for the board director? I used to build a dashboard for one of my board director. Um, so he want to understand about the overall business for the company, and also I build for the sales department itself and for the operation department. So there's a lot of questions that you can ask, but the first thing is know your audience. This is the first thing, that because every dashboard is different for the level. All right, so for the manager, they want to monitor their staff, but for the head of department, they want to understand about the overall department information. So this is the first principle, know your audience. The second one is keep things simple. So you don't need to put everything in your dashboard. So just focus, if you want to build a sales performance dashboard, so focus on sales. No need to put everything that you have. Let's say you have uh, 30, 50 column of your data, you want to put everything in the dashboard. So make sure that the one that important information that you're going to put in the dashboard. So keep things simple. So we want the objective, we want to let everyone to able to read and view the dashboard and understand and can make decision. All right. So this is the second things. The third one, use the right chart type. There's a lot of chart that we can use, but I think everyone can, later we're going to build a dashboard in Power BI that I think everyone can just click and build the chart. But the thing is, use the right chart when you present the data, the information to the viewer. The fourth one, use color wisely. This is to make the dashboard beautiful and match with the color theme of the company. So the first thing when I get the task from the client, I will ask their logo so that I can understand from the logo itself, there's a color theme. I can use the color theme to make my dashboard more beautiful. All right. So other than that, it's able to read based on the color. So the different color, the contrast color, right? So this is the one that I always ask the color, the logo, or if they have a color template, color palette, right? You can just get them and match with your dashboard. So the fifth is highlight the most important information. So what I said just now about keep things simple. So this one is just focus on the right information to appear in your dashboard. Later, we will be going through what the things that we can put in the dashboard. Six is avoid clutter. This is don't make too much information in the dashboard. So just focus on the important information. All right. So this is the sixth principle. So we know the dashboard, the BI, and then what's the question that we can answer based on the BI, and then the principle of data visualization. There's a quote. There's a quote from Stephen Few, which is the founder of modern data visualization. He said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but only when the story is best told graphically rather than verbally, and the picture is well designed. So it's mean that a picture with thousands of words, right? If we just talk verbally, I think that one is the better one is we make it like graph visualize so that the picture is well designed. So there is the quote from Stephen Few. He's the founder of modern data visualization. All right, let's start it. Power BI. What is a Power BI? So I think maybe some of you know what is a Power BI, right? So, or maybe you already use that tools in your laptop. So I just to go through, I will go through the basic one, which is the first one is what's different between dashboard and report. It looks like a scene, but basically the report is linked to the data source. So when you work with the company, right, there's a lot of data source that companies store the data. So one of it is Excel or database, SQL server, or even maybe Microsoft Access. I'm not sure, right? So this dashboard, this data is going to link with your reporting. So this report, if you have multiple sources, data sources, you're going to have multiple report. But at the end, all this one you will combine to be in one dashboard. So this is what we call it dashboard. All right. But for this 1 hour learning, we just build more on the reporting. So because what? Because we just link to one data set, and then we try to make a report on in a single page. All right. So Power BI services. The one that we're going to learn is more on Power BI desktop. So this one, you can go to Microsoft Power BI official page and get the software. This is the one that you're going to download and install in your PC or your laptop in your system. All right. This is the one that we're going to develop the dashboard, the Power BI desktop. It's a software. And then from this one, this is the thing that where we link the data source to the Power BI desktop. And then once we build, we need to publish into Power BI service, which is online. So this one is desktop in their server. Basically, this is a desktop in our laptop. And then we need to publish into Power BI services. And then we can use that one in Power BI mobile. Last time we don't have this mobile. I still remember that the first I used this one is 2018 or 19. So there's no Power BI mobile. So when I build the dashboard, so every my manager need to refer to the Power BI service because there's not mobile. They cannot view the information dashboard through your mobile phones. So right now it's more convenient, more user-friendly, so you can use your mobile. All right. So if you don't have any software for Power BI desktop, you can get from the Microsoft Office. You can Google Microsoft Power BI download. So you can download. Depends on your laptop. Is it 64-bit or 32 bits? So download based on that requirement. All right. So you can develop your own report using Power BI. Yeah. So because last time the dashboard only can be developed by IT person, IT background, where you need to have a backend understanding, knowledge, and skill to build a dashboard. But right now, Microsoft make it simple, so everyone can build your report or dashboard using Power BI, which is a more powerful tools that everyone can build. All right, let's start. Let me open okay, this is the Power BI desktop. I already opened it. I will simply go through one by one. So if you have any question, you can ask in the chat box. I will answer if you have any question. All right. So this is the interface of the Power BI. You can see on the I start from the top. So basically, if you're using the Microsoft product, so you can familiar with the interface where there's a home, insert, and other things, right? So you can try to explore this one. And then there's a left side, there's a report view. This is where we're going to view our reporting or dashboard. And then there's a table view. Later we're going to add table or data. And there's a model view. All right. This is the one that just added recent new features, DEX query view. Last time we only have 3 view. All right. So on the right side, there's a visualization where we're going to use any of the chart to put in the sheet. And there's a filter here and the data. All right. First thing first, this is just a blank sheet or file. So we're going to import the data from Excel. I just give a simple example, which is import from Excel. Basically, Excel, if you download from the system, you can have a CSV file or .xlxx. All right. So if you can explore this one, get data, there's a lot of data source that you can link. You can see here, you can click more to view a lot of data sources that you can link. So I just use the Excel workbook, which is I'm going to look right now. So I just pick the Excel workbook, or you can click here, import data from Excel, and then I will get my sample data set. All right. So in my data set, there's only one sheet. This is the sheet. If there's a multiple sheet, they will show in this windows on left side. So I pick this one, and you can view the data here. What the data is all about. So I just tick this one to import the data to my Power BI. All right. There's one powerful tools other than Power BI, but inside the Power BI, when I click the transform data, if I click the load, it's just load the data into the Power BI. But if you can see in this preview data, there's a thing that you need to do some data cleansing, like this one, the agent ID underscore agent name. You need to make it separate. Item type group, make it separate column. And then you can see the item name, capital letter, small letter. It's not standardized. So I will show you a simple way how to do data cleansing when I click the transform data. All right, it will open one more window, which is Power Query Editor. So in the Power BI, there's a Power Query where we can do data cleansing without coding. So Microsoft make it simple. So previously, if you want to make a data cleansing, we need to code like SQL or using Python or other language programming. But Microsoft make it simple. So they build a Power Query so that you can manage the data cleansing by using the Power Query editor. So powerful tools. So let's say this one. All right, which one? Okay. All right, there's the agent ID and agent name. So I want to make it separate column. Let's say this one, the agent ID, one column, and agent name, one column. So I just click in this one, split column, or you can use on transform tab. There's a split column. All right. So I click this one and delimiter by delimiter. Because what? Because I know the delimiter is the underscore. So it will separate by the underscore. All right. So it auto detect the underscore and I just click OK. So basically we separate like simple. There's no need to code, but you can see on the right side, there's a step applied. Basically the step, this is just applied one time. So you can view from the first one, what they done, this one, what they did, this one, the source, navigation. So you can click one by one to see what happened in your data. This is before you load to Power BI. This is in the Power Query. All right. So just now I split the column. I split this column and then it's auto change the type because the tag this one is text and text. All right. So I do the same things on this one, item type group. I make it split here by delimiter and it's separate by two columns. All right. So after that, I will rename this one because after we split, this one is not renamed. So I just double click here and you can rename this one. This one, the first one is agent ID. The second one is agent name. And this one is item type and item type group. All right, what else? So if I move to the right, I can see the item name is not standardized. There is a capital letter, small letter. So I can click this whole column by click the header and then go to the format and there's an option. There's a capitalize each word. So I just click that one and just simple click and then make it standardized, right? So simple. So this is so much powerful tools, Power Query. It can do more than that. If you have a Power BI, you can explore this one. There's a lot of features that you can use here. Even if you want to combine with multiple table, you can use in Power Query. All right, so we have applied all the step here. And then you also can rename the table. Let's say this one, the data, the original data is name is data. So I want to rename this as a sales data because I know this is from the sales data. I can see there's agent name, date, time, agent ID, item ID. What else? Item price in ringgit Malaysia, total sales, quantity, and membership status. All right. So once I'm done with my data cleansings, remember this is just a one-time setup, and then close and apply, or you can click here, close and apply. So take a moment to load to process the data into the Power BI. All right. So you can click on the right side, you can view the data here. This is all the field, the data that we have loaded to the Power BI, or you can view on the table view here on the left side. This is the data that we already cleansed, but it not changed the original file in Excel. So if I open the original data in Excel, I still remain as the raw data. So this is the one that we already cleansed, all right? And then in the model view, if we have multiple table, we can link each other based on the one that we want to know, understand, just drag. Simple, simple as that. All right. So I will go back to our slide first before we build the dashboard. There's a few layout that you can view the dashboard. The first one that the standard one is this kind of layout. So the first 6 box in down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is the where the chart is located. So maximum that we can put chart is 6. This is the standard. All right. If you put more than 6, it will make the viewer to maybe don't understand about the report because too much information you want to put in the dashboard. All right. So try to maximize to put 6 at least. All right. If you have less than that, let's say 4, right? So you can combine either these two into one, these two into one, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. So just 4. All right. So you can customize. So maximum is 6. So this is my best practice. All right. And then at the top of this chart, there's a small box here, which is the information, the summary. We call it scorecard. Later we're going to build a dashboard in this. We put the scorecard. All right. This scorecard is depends. It's not 5 maximum, so it's depend on the data that you want to show. Basically, this is a summary like total sales, total quantity, total what else? Total profit, right? So you can put total cost here and etc. So this is the scorecard. So remember, we have a chart, scorecard, and then on the left top here is the title. Basically, it's a title. So this is the best practice. I put the title. It's like sales performance, operation report, or finance performance. Anything you can put based on the report that you're going to build. All right. And then this small square box is basically I will put logo. So the logo is of your company. You can put here or before the title. It depends on where depends on the dashboard. All right. And then these 3 small box, usually I put the filter. So it's not necessary to have a 3. You can have 1 or more than that. So this is the first layout that you can build. Like the filter is not much you can build here. All right. There's a second layout that you can build, but this one is more on landscape layout. All right. You can use this portrait layout where this is a title, a logo, and on your left side, this is where the filter are going to be. All right, there's a lot of filter. In my previous job, I built like this kind of dashboard, most of it, because we want to scroll down. So the chart is longer than this one. So basically, we can customize the layout to make it longer. And then this scorecard is not necessary to have on the top. You can put on the left side here. So it's customized. You can custom that the layout. All right. This is just the one that most of the developer view. And there is a third layout, a landscape, but instead of the filter on the top, we put the on the left side here. So you can have a lot of filter here. So everyone can use the filter and to look up what data they want to know. So there's a lot of layout actually, but this is the three layout that at least you know how to build a dashboard. All right. So why we follow this kind of layout? Because as a reader, if you read the dashboard, your eyes will focus on the left top first, which is the title, and then going down to look at the summary first, and then chart. This chart going to be the most important one, and the least important you can put on the down right side. Yeah. All right. So this is where our eyes catch the information when we read the dashboard. All right, go back to the Power BI. So this is the blank sheet. We already bring the data into the Power BI. Now let's start it. First thing first, I need to know the color code. So for this one, I just put like blue and a bit green here, right? And then this, because I know this is the sales data, so I'm going to put the name. Just click on the text box and I put this one as sales performance, right? Make it color. All right, so leave it like this first. And then open this one, visualization. And then there's a lot of chart here. You can bring it into the dashboard, into the report. All right. So the first thing, I'm going to my data, and you can know from here what you're going to put in the dashboard. So remember, we're going to focus on the summary first, the scorecard. So the scorecard will be the one that we can aggregate the total sales, total quantity, right? So this one, let me bring it this one, total sales to the and quantity into the dashboard. So there's a name called card, which is a scorecard. Just click this one. And once you click this one, it's a blank. And then there's a field asked to add the field here. All right. So I just drag the total sales in on my data here, drag into this field. So basically it will bring the field here, the scorecard. All right. Just leave it like this first at this moment. And then I'm going to duplicate this one, copy and paste, Control C, Control V. And I remove this one. And the second one, I'm going to bring it the quantity. So we have the total sales and total quantity. All right. If you want to make this one more nice, right, based on the color, basically, usually I will, if you understand this one, if you click the chart or card, right, there's an option here. One is more on the data, what data we're going to put here about the data, right? The second one is a format. So once you click the format, right, you can change the format, color, everything here. Even though this one a label, you can remove the label and you can add the title instead of label. So I will remove the category label and open the title and make it this one as total sales. So this is more on the format. And the second one, I also make it same, turn off the label and turn on the title and make it this one is total, sorry, quantity sold. All right. Okay, so next, going to view line chart. So remember, maximum is 6 chart. So I'm going to have this one, this big size. So what can I bring? Usually the bigger one is we focus on the trend line. All right, trend line. So because of this is a sales performance, I will bring a sales data into this one, y-axis, and date on the x-axis. So you can see the data from um, first date to end of date. So just leave it like this first. We proceed to the second one. What else we can bring? So maybe the time. What sales that are the most buyer buy? What time is the most buyer buy? You can build a column here. I will bring the total sales on my y-axis and time around it. All right. So from this one, we can understand, oh, a lot of customer buy on around 7 p.m. instead of in the morning 11 a.m. All right, so I'll leave it like this. We're going to build the third chart. I put the stack bar chart and also take the total sales on the x-axis and the y-axis. Maybe I can bring what else? Item type. All right, item type. All right. So from this data, we understand that a lot of customer buy the apricot Danish instead of baklava. And then the other bar chart, I will bring the agent name. All right, same goes to here. Total sales on x-axis, agent name on y-axis. So this is the report that we can view, as simple as this one. And then because if I look at the data, there's a group type, item type group, which is pastry or tart, right? The group. So I can make a filter here. They call it slicer on the visualization tab here. Once you click here, put on the top right and bring it the dot item type group. So pastry and tart. All right. This one you can customize the format, like going to the format, make it instead of vertical list, use if just two, I put pastry and tart like this style. Make it smaller. If you don't want to have the title, you can remove the title or header here like this. All right. So this slicer is like a filter. If you click pastry, you just filter all the pastry. Click tart, all change to tart. All right. All right. We focus on these two first, pastry and tart. So we just have one slicer. All right. But when you look at the sales here, there's no currency like ringgit Malaysia. So this one you can change on the table view. Go to the total sales here, and then change the format currency. into Ringgit Malaysia. Let me find where's the Ringgit Malaysia. A lot here. All right, found it. Ringgit Malaysia. So everything changed to Ringgit Malaysia. So when you go back to report view, all changed to Ringgit Malaysia. This one actually you can customize the font size by click on the chart or scorecard and then change the size to, let's say 30. You also can make it like 30. All right. And this one, basically the number, you're gonna have the comma. So go back to the table view. Quantity, you can add the comma here. So every 3 digit going to have a comma like this. All right, so this one also change the format, title in middle. So you can adjust the cosmetic. So if you want to have a like background color, so just click on the background. Don't click any of the chart, and then there's a format report page here. So you can change the canvas background. So everyone can build this kind of dashboard basically. All right. So it's more on the what we call it visualize. You can adjust this one to make it nicer. Cosmetic, yeah, sorry. It's more on cosmetic. But the important thing is what you're going to build in the dashboard is the most important. All right, the cosmetic is going to come on the second part. All right, so you focus on the data that you want to bring in the dashboard first. Then later you can adjust the cosmetic. Like this one, all the title, right? You can adjust like go to the format, find the title, and you can rename it. Instead of sum of total sales, you can just sales by year and month, a quarter, so forth. If not quarter, I remove the quarter. It's just year and month. There's no day, right? So like this one, sales by type item, sales by agent name. Same goes to this one, sales by time, right? So the cosmetic come seconds. You focus on building the information first. All right, so what else I can do? Maybe you can change this one, this color instead of the white background. So I'm going to change this one to dark blue, and then the phone, I make it white, see contrast, and more nice. Oh, cannot bold. And the title, I'm going to make white. Yeah, same goes to this one. Title, make it white. The background, make it dark blue. And the value, make it white. So this one you can custom. So once you have this one, you can share your report to your team member. But remember, this Power BI only can share in your organization, one organization. Let's say if your company using a same email domain, you only can share this dashboard to a same email domain. You cannot share to outside of the organization. So it focuses to more on the internally company. All right. All right, I think that's all. all from me. If you have any question, you can write in the chat box so I can answer your question. Anyone? I think if not, I will pass the session to Mr. Cornelian.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, can we wait for final questions? Is
I
there
will
any
stop.
questions for you guys?
After that, the dashboard, how to share to other people. All right. For you to share to other people, let me reshare back the screen. For you to share to other people, you need to have the Microsoft Office email. That's one thing. And then you need to publish first. So you can find a home, then publish here. Because I have an issue with my account at this moment. I cannot log in. Once you click publish, it will going to be in the Power BI service, which is this one. Let me go back to my slide. This one, the Power BI service. Once you bring all your dashboard from Power BI desktop to Power BI service, then that one is only you can view the dashboard. For you to share to your team member, that's where Power BI asks to pay because you want to share with your team member, even though there's a same company, same domain email, but that is where the features that Power BI, Microsoft restricts, so that they can earn some money from that. Yeah, but it's depend on the company. Some other company they subscribe for the Power BI Plus, I think Plus or Pro, so that their staff can use the Power BI services and can share the dashboard to anyone in the company. Yeah, hope that answer your question. Sure, no problem. Anyone?
Anyone else? All right, sir. I think so. That's all. Let me finish. Okay, regarding your certificate, we are pleased to inform your attendance will be recorded. Your course status will be marked completed after the session. You will receive a e-certificate throughout the NTW upon the successful completion of TEE assessment. The certification can be generated from the applied course section of your individual profile. For those who are registered throughout the Google form, we are sorry to inform you that no certificate will be given. As the video recording of the session, it will be available on the YouTube channel Excel Academy Malaysia by tomorrow. Now let me inform you of our upcoming training sessions. Okay, for upcoming training session for Microsoft Excel is Microsoft Excel basic level, Microsoft Excel intermediate and advanced level, Microsoft Excel data analytic and visualization, Microsoft Power BI, and then Microsoft Power Query. If you guys interested in one of these courses, you may contact us. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Fitri.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kanalan.
Thank you, sir.